If you're one of the people who has been waiting patiently for Darksiders Genesis to come to Nintendo Switch even more than the other consoles, there's a chance you've also been a little bit worried about its performance on the handheld. It may not be the most graphically taxing game, but the PC version purrs like a kitten running at a silky 60 frames per second, a frame rate sacrificed in the console versions on PS4 and Xbox in favour of mostly steady visual fidelity. That fidelity, quite expectedly, drops a little lower in the Switch version, but the handheld still maintains a respectable frame rate for the most part. There are more stutters, particularly during the more intense fights, but it largely holds its own. Where the Switch version does struggle a little is the trade-off between playing docked and undocked. When you're playing on a TV with a larger screen, the visuals are a little muddy, but when played in handheld mode, the sprites are so small that it can be genuinely difficult to follow the action. Even the button prompts are difficult to read. It won't be a major issue for some people, but for those who struggle with smaller text and distant cameras, it could prove to be a problem. I wear glasses all the time and I found myself squinting now and then to pick out details in certain areas, which is a shame as it's actually a seriously good looking game on the whole. I've started off negatively here and I apologise if that isn't what you wanted to hear, but I have to be honest right off the bat because it's really the only complaint I have to level against the Switch version specifically. Elsewhere, it's the same game in every aspect. For those who don't know, it tells the tale of the horsemen War and Strife. War, surly star of the original Darksiders game, has been dispatched alongside his fast-talking brother Strife to uncover and stop the plans of Lucifer himself, who is preparing to launch a civil war in Hell after the fall of Eden and the subsequent relocation of humanity to Earth. The story is fine, providing enough of a framework to prop up all the baroque posturing and wisecracking, alongside lots and lots of demon slaughter. A variety of detailed locales provide a solid backdrop for the action, mixing enough different visual styles together that your eyes will never get bored. The isometric viewpoint does nothing to temper the brutal combat, as spell effects and explosions shake the screen, and the hunt for collectibles is as addictive as ever. There's more than a hint of Metroidvania about Darksiders Genesis, as you unlock new abilities and backtrack to reach secrets that you couldn't get to before, from boatman coins that act as a special currency to stone shards that eventually boost your health and spirit meters. War is the more devastating fighter of the two, and his abilities reflect his melee focus, imbuing his Chaos Eater greatsword with a variety of elemental flavours, whereas Strife then mixes twin-stick shooting and fast, nimble knife work. Cull traps and decoys, alone each is deadly, but played together in co-op they complement one another well. While you can unlock skills and tools in the world, character progression is handled by creature cores, a system whereby you slot cores you collect from the enemy into a shared tree to unlock buffs and power-ups that affect both horsemen. It makes levelling up your abilities and stats easy to manage and means you're always on the lookout for the next core. The static camera doesn't always make it easy to get around or reach distant prizes, however, and the platforming can be occasionally frustrating, though not enough to ruin the overall experience. So despite losing a little of the polish the other console versions and of course the PC version enjoy, Darksiders Genesis on Switch feels just as satisfying to play. It has everything the other versions have, and besides the occasional judder when the screen gets too busy, it remains an essential purchase for anyone who enjoyed the previous entries. Hi there, we really hope you enjoyed our Darksiders Genesis Switch review. Elsewhere on our channel you will find our Darksiders Genesis PC review from when it first came out and our PS4 review from when it recently came out alongside this Switch version. We do like to bring you Switch exclusive content because we know a lot of people are interested in how that Switch build works. But if you never want to miss a video like this again, hit the big red rectangle that says subscribe and then it will turn grey and you will know that you're going to see everything, especially if you hit the bell button, which means you'll get a notification on your chosen app when a new video, review, preview, or just whatever fun thing we're doing hits our channel. Thank you ever so much for watching. Follow @GodIsAGeek on Twitter, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.